Views from the Six, Drake's new album out a couple of days ago now, on the 29th. A lot of people are going to talk about their favorite tracks or why the album's as good as they thought it would be, or, you know, a lot of stuff that is going to be pretty generic. What I thought I'd do is talk about something that kind of bothers me personally as a music fan, and it's something that happens with a lot of different music, but happens a lot more with Drake. If I'm sitting around with somebody who is also a music fan and I'm talking about what kind of music we like, and I say, oh yeah, Drake's pretty good, the other person goes, oh, I can't stand Drake just because he's so mainstream, or he's not really a good hip-hop artist, or something like that. You know, they come at you with things like, oh, Kendrick Lamar is on the top, he's way better than Drake. Well, Drake is completely unique. He's been able to stay in one place. He's basically built Toronto straight from when he started in 2007 or something like that. He's always been talking about why he will always stay in Toronto and why he's always going to represent the city, and he's basically made himself out of that. But I think that makes him very unique, where I think a lot of people are very afraid to affiliate themselves with a place that they came from, even especially when that place isn't really cool when you start. It's very easy to affiliate yourself with a place like New York, you know, just because everybody knows it and it would be widely accepted, and you know but you know, if you're coming from, you know, a smaller place that not a lot of people like, maybe Toronto would be one of those places. Well, it used to be. And at the beginning, it's going to be tough, but Drake made it through, and I think that says a lot about him. I also think that it's pretty good that he's talking about kind of his life in this album. There's not a whole lot of just throwaway club banger fun ones that everybody remembers. Like, I know that in What a Time to Be Alive, obviously there's quite a few club songs, and then also if you're reading this, it's Too Late, there was Energy, Six Man, that everybody still goes through, but you know, they're not really deep songs, they're just ones that everybody loves because they're songs that you can blast in a car. Views, I think, is a little bit more in him thinking about how his life is now. And usually that's what you look for from you know, artists that are just starting. And that's why a lot of people like artists before they get big, because they have these thoughts about their lives that they don't really sing about after they get big, because, you know, for whatever reason they're distracted by all the things that money can buy them, or what they're doing with their success. So I think that to have an album from this guy talking about why he does and why he thinks like he does about Toronto, and then on top of that how his life is going and how people treat him, is something that a lot of people don't really appreciate that he's doing, but he's doing that, and it's kind of unique because, you know, a lot of, you know, if you talk to Future, if you listen to Future, there's not a lot there. Just from what I've heard, there's really, I think that a lot of people also like to tout Kendrick Lamar, and they like to say, oh, he's a real rapper, he's the one that's left, he's the guy that you go to if you want real thoughts and real bars. But in this album, Drake's obviously not the same caliber of singer, of a rapper, as Kendrick Lamar, but I think he's a better singer, and he's talking about his life in much the same way that Kendrick Lamar did in his last, well, Kendrick Lamar always talks about his life, that's how he makes his songs, but I think that this is very commendable from Drake, and I think it definitely lives up to everything I was expecting it to be. And yeah, just, I have those couple of thoughts. That's basically all my opinions on it. I mean, I like Pop Style and Nine because they are kind of those club bangery ones that are very easy to like. And then on top of that, you know, I'm just looking through the track list here. Obviously, Views is one of those ones that I think is really important for the album. And then the other one that I really liked is Still Here, just because it's the one where he talks about he's still in Toronto even after he's had all that success. It would have been easy for him to leave, but he's still there. So yeah, Drake, he's an overall good guy. He's gonna keep on having success. Basically, he nailed it with this one, I think. And everybody that wants to go ahead and say there was no hype, that he didn't live up to it, just tell me what you wanted from this, because that's kind of confusing. I mean, do you want the throwaway club bangers in a song where he's going to talk about his life? Obviously, it's not going to be as interesting to listen to. But I don't know. I think he nailed it with this. So that's just my opinion. And everybody else can go do their own thing. But alright. There's probably going to be, as far as I'm concerned, I'm probably going to do a 8-tracks roulette coming up soon. If you watch the first one, you'll know. But yeah. Probably be Drake featured. Drake-centric, actually. That'd be kind of interesting. Alright. Drake nailed it. And we'll see you in the future.